Do you know what I love in my pastime? Annoying Hot Pursuit fans. Okay, don't actually, but Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010 specifically felt like a step back in the series to me. The comments will never let me escape that my opinion is wrong and that I should be shot for even thinking that. But now, cops are a staple feature in Need for Speed. It's a selling point of Need for Speed, and I've got to thank them for that. But removing every other Need for Speed feature that they built up over the years was why it really felt like that step back. Anyway, today I wanted to go through all of the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit games in order for the first time, because as I learned, the PS2 and PC versions of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 are very different. It's almost like back in the day when there were the DS spin-offs of the PS2 Most Wanted. Is completely different. And with the Unbound Hot Pursuit update coming next, well, now is the perfect time, and as you can see, I've been doing my research a little bit. Now, because last time I checked it out on PC, I'm fully doing PlayStation versions today, because I just think that makes sense. And I know a lot of people love that 4x3 action. Now, I'm going to be honest, I checked to see if this actually worked, but fun fact, do you see how you progress in the menu? Because I do not. You have to press, well, circle, B, and it'll tell you what you're supposed to do. You press start to start, which it would bloody tell me. Anyway, cool, interesting note. People will say Need for Speed used to be more simulation. Well, you can actually go for simulation style or arcade style. Does that just change the gearbox? I don't know. But let's start off with expert. Yeah, yes. We need to do Hot Pursuit, right? We need to do Hot Pursuit. So I've got this up-res to 4K. The car models don't look bad. For a PS1 game, it's not bad. Let's go with the Diablo. No, there we set the automatic. Let's go for a yellow and let's see what we think. Here we B. Oh, I'm pressing the trigger to accelerate. Starting in the first person view. Let's go. Oh my god, what the heck? Now, one thing I'm going to say straight away, the handling on this, I'm not going to do by age or, you know, I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to do it fairly, because ultimately this is an old ass game. I've got to compare it to the games that I've played around the original time. I don't want to just sit here and be like, oh yeah, mate, this game's old. It feels clunky. Oh my god, why are there so many cops? They definitely add such an iconic feel to the gameplay. It may almost ruin the driving, but it adds a new flavor to the gameplay, and that's something I love about the cops. But anyway, the cars do not feel great. They feel maybe as games did at this point. I don't really remember, but considering, you know, Underground stuff came a little bit later, there was some huge advancements in racing. What is that noise you're making? Move! I just pit maneuvered it. Yes, I can. Oh, that view, that's sick. This canyon road thing. So clearly this game was what started the canyon road kind of preference, and that's what my main experience with Hot Pursuit is Hot Pursuit 2010. And of course, Need for Speed Rivals a little bit later. Before I get hurt, as he crashes into a wall, the handlings really lack depth, and I like the new depth of the handling on newer games. But in the counter argument, I think that handling in this game has a little bit more freedom of movement than the new Hot Pursuit 2010. And that's interesting, actually. Like, you've still got the brake to drift, which... Bro, are you kidding me? I think even under the brake to drift slide, for God's sake, there's more minute control when you're doing the slide here. And the fact that I'm being terrible at it is almost a good thing. I like there's a little bit more difficulty to it. Bro, are you kidding me?
Step out of the car! Slowly! You're under arrest!
Lap 2.
Lap 2. So also in this, we've got tournament, lap knockout, which I still miss. Modern Need for Speeds, you need the lap knockout. You've actually got the ability to go to night driving and weather, which is pretty cool. I almost can't see, which is actually pretty cool because there's no street lights or anything. That's how you... That illumination is sick. For an old game like this, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Here's the bridge, and here's the Rosas. Oh, the lightning is sick. You just drove through the damn wall. I think the cops might be more brutal. That's something that I've realized is they almost have to work harder to make the cops easier, I find, because let's be real. In game dev, you could just basically make these things follow. There's no way these wheels are even spinning on these cops. They're just single assets following you in like a car-like motion. Bro, why are you driving into her? You have to do more work to make them a little bit smarter and also more human, which means that they put more effort in to make them stupid, realistically, especially on these games with the single track roads. Oh! Yep, this has gone well.
Busted.
Oh yeah, and throughout this, I'm going to be doing the generic YouTuber thing of a tier list throughout. How could I not? Gotta keep you invested. Here we go then, Hot Pursuit 2. This is realistically more what Criterion were copying, and of course, this is the one that everyone loves. The PS2 version. Oh, here we are then. The main menu for Hot Pursuit, and straight away, I am absolutely getting vibes of Burnout. There's no question. I never realized that, actually. All right, let's jump into Hot Pursuit straight away. We've got Quick Race. You're the cop. Now, there's actually one thing to note. On the PC version of Hot Pursuit 1, you actually were able to play as a cop for the first time. So it was before Hot Pursuit 2. But let's jump into that quickly because I definitely want to try that. And let's go to Advanced. We've got a middle difficulty now. Yes, there you go. Crown Victoria, and the rest are locked. But SVT code M5 06 and Murcielago. That is sick. You get classic and extreme handling. Let's go with classic. And we've got coastal parklands, national forest. We can't do. Oh wait, no, we can do some of these. Here we go. Oh, that's sick. Everyone's in Vauxhalls. I'm in a Crown Vic. Bro, what the hell? I've got Nos as a cop. I wasn't expecting that. All right, caught up to everyone. Big trees. We're feeling proper Hot Pursuit here. Come on. Take him out. Do I just smash into him? Is that what I do? I feel like that's maybe not what I'm supposed to do. Come on. Let's go. Ah. There we go. I pressed the lights now. I was trying to figure out for the longest time what the hell. Oh, wait, no. I'm going specifically after one person. I'm guessing that's... There we go. There we go. I feel like this is totally painful for anyone. I'm getting there. Yo, the window. Bro, did I kill him? Do I just need to pull him over? There we go. You're stopped, mate. I got him. Wait, that's not it. Oh, God, I'm going to get all of them. This tree area. Yeah, definitely. So I 100% understand why people love Hot Pursuit 2010. Again, I think the handling on this... I think it's better. There's more of my input that actually matters. Bro, I'm just gonna take him out. There you go. So I get to pick the target, actually. So you press B again. And then you select the actual target. Interesting. So that's definitely not how it is in the new one. Super useful having that nitrous. My God. Get in that freaking wall. I got him. I also called a helicopter, and I didn't see it at all because I didn't need it. And something I'll say straight away, I really like this. We've actually got Ultimate Racer, which is beat the heat in 30 events, which it seems like a form of progression, which is quite nice. We've got the challenge, which is 1 and 2 player challenges, and then quick race. So there's a little bit more depth to this game than the previous one. Now checking out the position of being a racer in this game. I still think these older versions of the game have a little bit more feel to them in terms of the cars than the new Hot Pursuit. Maybe it just like likewise throughout the series, there's less control overall. Oh, bro. Oh, bro. Oh, bro, I'm in the bin. Oh, the cop camera locking on. That's so sick. Should I go where we get? Let's go off the road. Oh, no, he followed me. Again, you got to think for the time, this is amazing. The fact that you've got something chasing you. Need for Speed used to, it's weird to say it, but racing games used to be the big selling item. They're not in the same way anymore. They definitely do sell, but not anywhere near. FPS games have like taken over now in terms of the top sellers, but piss! Oh, bro. No, I can get through that. That was easy. Yo! I definitely feel like Underground did the same thing that this game did in removing the cops, and that's why I personally think Need for Speed Most Wanted is worlds better than Underground. That's why I'll always hold that opinion. It combines the best of the cops and the best of the Underground racing into one game. Most Wanted is worlds better than Underground. I don't even care. Try and fight me. Oh my God, there's a chopper behind me. You can't see it. Oh my God, he's gonna... Bloody hell. Bro, he's dropping explosive barrels. Oh, that's funny. That makes no sense at all. Why the hell is he trying to blow me up? I can't see a thing. It's dusty. You are insane. You're trying to kill me. I can so see why people adore this version of the game. I can so see it. I still think, though, it's going to be worlds better having the game blended into the new one. Not that they're going to go as far as maybe they want to initially, but over time, if you think, what the? No! If you think over time, they're going to do more and more of it, that chopper is massive. There's first place. Come on, take him out. Take him out, not me. If outside on the country roads, you get more of roads like this for the hot pursuiters, and then... Move, you big un, for God's sake. There's the staple lighthouse that they have to have in every hot pursuit. If it ain't got a lighthouse, it ain't a hot pursuit. This man's boosting and I don't have... Blow him up, blow him up, blow him up. Come on, hit a barrel. Hit a barrel. Yes! This is just mayhem. I adore it. I adore it so much. This is good. You know, I'm glad I played the PS2 version this time. Bro, blowing up your own officers here. And there we go. Finished. That's fun. That's really fun. I think Underground definitely progressed in a lot of ways, but I do think the fact that they took out cops was such a stupid idea in general. And then there's the people that say, oh, I prefer it without cops. Come on. Just don't get them after you. Okay, I'm going to do it. No question to start with. We have got Hot Pursuit 2. I'm going to put that up there. I'm going to put it in A for now. We could move these around. And then Hot Pursuit, because of what it did, it's still a B. It's fine. I think there were games with more depth at the same time. And of course, moving on to 2010's Hot Pursuit, we gotta give it a go. This is the one that really just ruined it for me. It ruined a perception of Hot Pursuit because, again, just like Underground did for the Hot Pursuit people, it just stripped away anything that was there before. And people keep telling me, oh, it's just customization. No. We are not just talking customization because I'm talking about depth of a game. I don't like starting in high performance vehicles. I loved driving lower end cars. Even today, that's still not fully returned, but I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting lower end cars. You can have both. That's what we had previously. The purple is so sexy on this. I need to use it. Now, obviously in this game, I usually talk about the downsides and things I don't like, but I'm now going to do my best to talk specifically about the things I do like. Now, as someone that's now just played Hot Pursuit, of course, I don't have the same love resemblance like a lot of people do. I can see absolutely why this would have been so exciting to see a brand new Hot Pursuit game, but I do think the heavier handling is worse. It's very worse. I still cannot get behind it. Do you mind, Copper? And considering the games before it, in my head, we had the Need for Speed Most Wanted, the Carbons, hell, even the Undercover. Undercover could have been the best blend of all of these games combined, but they decided to just not. They decided to ruin it for everyone. I personally think Undercover is really enjoyable, but maybe it really is a bit too far. It's enjoyable at the least. They were trying, but they could have made a brilliant blend of Hot Pursuit and this, and they would have pleased both audiences. Let's be real, when it comes down to it, we've got those camps of the Underground and the Hot Pursuit. Those are the loudest groups, right? And I think Most Wanted is a good blend of the two, and that's kind of, I'm gonna hang on to that. I believe that with my whole damn heart. Come on. So I guess thinking about it, again, I haven't played a whole bunch, but the weapons and stuff, was that added specifically in this game? Was that not earlier? Because normally you could just spike strip as a cop and call a helicopter as a cop. It was Criterion that added these weapons. At least that's how it feels, right? Yeah, thinking about it with the crash cams and stuff like that, Criterion is the perfect team to have made a Hot Pursuit game. I totally get why they had done it, but I got to think about this properly in that this came out in 2010. This came out in 2010 after Carbon, like 4 years after Carbon, 5 years after Most Wanted. It still, to me, feels like a reduction in gameplay. You know, the progression, not really there. There's no... I know people don't love the story always, but it's nice to have something to pull you through a game. To remove that, to do none of that. Like when Call of Duty removed its story. Hell, I couldn't give a goddamn about COD's story. But the fact of the matter is, it feels higher value. It feels more for your money. The only reason you wouldn't do it is lower budgets, right? Hell, I had it back in Rivals, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best story in the world, but the fact of the matter is that game now has a better feel and aura to me just because of that, and the progression was, I don't know if I would say better, but it was decent. And of course, playing as the cop is probably one of the most unique experiences that this game has that, again, the current games do not have. And it does feel like a little bit of a miss, especially just even adding like a multiplayer mode to allow you to play as a cop seems like so stupid as to why they haven't done it. It just makes no damn sense whatsoever, right? Like, even as someone in the camp, among people that don't like really the Hot Pursuit games, you take a really awesome game feature and remove it. Now, this could just be due to licensing. Maybe they don't want you to play as a cop, but in my head, I surely think that cars would rather join the game and be cops than not. If that's the way we get Toyota in, hell, go for it. I do like the weight of the cars, but I don't like the lack of turnability that comes along with it. The run, again, I like the run, but the handling is not really there. I do think there was more depth than this game in terms of the handling, but I don't know. I feel like the handling is a downgrade from Hot Pursuit 2. It feels more modern, but at the same time, it just has no feel at all. Lighthouse. Look, this is, yeah. Bro, that should have knocked him the hell out. How do you weigh so much? Come on, you big un. Bro! Calling a roadblock. That's probably a good idea. I completely forgot about that. Am I gonna need it? Maybe. Maybe not. You are toast, sir! It's fun. It's fun. I just think, again, it feels more like going into the arcades, picking a car, picking a race. It doesn't feel like I'm actually progressing anything. And that's something I don't like. Welcome back to the show. Let's go for Hot Pursuit. Because of what I'm gonna go for a C. I'm gonna go for a C. This is what I'm going for. Oh, by the way, the reason Unbound is there, the update's coming and it'll make sense eventually, but also you need 5 pictures on the tier list. So let us talk about Need for Speed Rivals then. Is it a Hot Pursuit game? Yeah, there's literally no question. Something that people seem to not understand about the point in the previous video is that Rivals is a modern Hot Pursuit game. It takes all of those elements that Hot Pursuit did pretty well, but then adds new modern game elements to it. You get the 2 careers. You've got the police and the racer careers, which straight away feels awesome. You've got the career progression that you get to pick which path you're taking. I still think they could have done it in a better way, and of course it felt very tacked on, but nonetheless I had a path, I had a progression, I had some corny ass story, but ultimately the part where you take a cop car and stuff, that was so sick. Yo, you can actually play these back. Oh, this is sick. Now, this was a proper dark Need for Speed, and the fact that you constantly barraged by cops is probably the most insane warfare battlefield-ass Need for Speed to exist. But on the constraints that they had, the fact that they made this game, so from what we know, in less than a year, while building Ghost games, is probably the nuttiest thing ever. And also the P-play. You've got supercars for those that like them, and not many low-end cars, so that's, you know, not great, but you've got a little bit more controllability in the handling again. It added more ability. It's still brake to drift, but you have more control mid the drift. You can kind of chop and change things a little bit. You can upgrade your cars performance-wise. That's something you couldn't do before. I don't know why you couldn't do it before. It was kind of stupid that you couldn't, but you've got the abilities. Debatable whether they're a great thing or not. The fact that the turbo is still here, that I appreciate. We like the turbo. The turbo is pretty cool. Go on, bro, I'll knock you out! You can also just murder people in this game, which is, as much as I hate to say it, it's kind of enjoyable. I don't think that should blend into the game in where racers just take each other out with weapons. I think that would be kind of stupid. But I do think there's a place for having player cops in modern Need for Speeds and having a cop progression. Hell, it could just be part of the main story, and then in the multiplayer, all of a sudden you can just play as a cop or racer. Some events you just play as a guy. It doesn't, whatever. That's kind of what I was expecting with Undercover, is that you would jump between the events. You would go from being a street racer to being a cop, but it didn't really amount to that in the way that I expected. That I think would have been that could have been what kept Black Box alive at that period. It could have been one of the most unique Need for Speed games. Whether that had worked or not, blending of the two worlds, it still would have been a great idea. Bro, leave me alone! No! Don't look behind. This is stupid. But more of an open world, more enjoyable driving, just absolute carnage of police. Players as police in the same session with all drive ability and a progression, and in every element, I would say, in every element, this is just a modern day Hot Pursuit. How the hell did I do that? Ignoring its, you know, issues. This is definitely not a polished game compared to Hot Pursuit. But the fact it made me enjoy a Hot Pursuit is awesome. They somehow managed to do so. What am I doing? It's something I'll never understand. That is the work of gods. However, I still wanted 2015, and then we got 2015, and then we got, in my opinion, the second best Need for Speed ever, which was, of course, you bastard. The f do you think you're doing? Need for Speed Heat. Second best Need for Speed ever. I think so. And so finally, I think it's pretty obvious. Need for Speed Rivals, in my opinion, is the best Hot Pursuit game. And let me know how you would do it. I'll link it down below if you want to do it and send it to me on Twitter. But I'm kind of hoping that Unbound will unite. Oh my God, the next game should just be called Need for Speed Unite. That's a brilliant name. However, you couldn't call the mods Unite. Check out this video.